Hey guys, Cheesette Cowan, CEO of Real Estate, excited to talk to you about real estate systems. I know I talk a lot about systems. I talk a lot about strategy too, but I want you to understand what a system is. When I say system, I notice that a lot of people think I'm talking about tech. So they think, oh, she's talking about a CRM. No, a CRM is a tool. It's not a system. Now, it's a tool that you will use as part of a system, but it's not a system, it's a tool. So let me tell you what a system is. When I think of system, I think of playbooks. If you have ever played sports, I always go with football because I know football. I don't really know a lot of other sports, right? So football, they have playbooks. My cousin used to play for the New York Giants, and I had a cousin that used to play for the Dallas Cowboys. The playbooks are like this freaking thick, right? They're thick. They have to know everything that's in the book. The playbook is a development of the system. That means that when this happens, this happens. When this happens, this happens. Systematic real estate growth is what's going to really help you make more money, because you're going to do the same thing over and over again, which means you get to be more effective at it, which means you get to be better at it, and which means you will make more money, because you're not going to be at a level 1 for very long. If you're doing the same thing every day, you're going to eventually move up to level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's what a system is. I'm just using this as an example. A lead generation system is not throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping it sticks. And that's what a lot of agents do. I'm lead generating. Well, what are you doing? Well, I'm calling, I'm door knocking, I'm just doing whatever. Yep, that's not intentional. That's like, let me give you an example. That's like going to the gym saying, I'm going to work out. What are you doing? I don't know. I'm going to do whatever. This is why you need a trainer. Because a trainer is going to help you get to the results, because they're going to tell you exactly what to do systematically. So when you develop a system, you have to start with your end goal. Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, begin with the end in mind. What do you want to happen? Then you want to start to reverse engineer all the things that happen between the start, wherever you're starting from, because you're going to have to identify a starting point, to the result. For example, the result just in a lead generation system would be closing, right? So the first thing would, for me, would, let's say, a cold call. So it's planning every single step from the cold call to closing, so that one, it happens the same for everybody. So now I get a uniform customer experience, which means people can come to expect a certain level of value from me, because it's consistently going to be the same. Everybody's going to get the same. I'm not going to treat somebody different because they're my friend and treat somebody different because I don't like them. They're all going to get the same, because the system dictates a uniform customer experience. And this is one of the reasons, and I'm looking back on my life, I've always been so fascinated with the Patriots. One of the reasons is because I'm like, this system is insane. I love the system. I started liking the system before I even understood about the team, because I'm like, I love the way this is laid out. So the system may be, and I'm just going to give you a rough point, but cold call. The system may be everybody gets a 24-hour follow-up text. So you text next. Next, everybody in 48 hours gets another call. That's a part of the system. And then they get a thank you note if we talk to them. If we don't talk to them, they get a text, or again in 24 hours. And then 48 hours, we repeat that process 3 times. Then they go into a database, and they go to from every 2-day emails to they're getting emails every week. And what happens is, if you got 1,000 leads, you put them in the system. The system now starts to convert the leads for you. See, what happens with people, they're not doing real estate by a system. I'm sitting down and I'm like, your business is systems. If you don't have systems, you don't have a business. If you don't have a database, you don't have a business. So the database is the information that you put into your system, but the people in your database need to go into some kind of system, a buyer system, seller system, lead generation system. Those are the top 3 systems in your business, by the way: seller system, buyer system, lead generation system. But you don't leave it up to chance. I have people that are on a system for 3 years now. I had one lady reach back. We got her listing. She's actively listed now. She was in my database getting a text and an email every week for 3 years. I didn't do it. I set it up. It's automated. It's done. It goes by itself. She responded back one day and said, I think I do want to list the house. Okay, ding, I know to call you now. Now that interrupts, that's a pattern interrupt into the system. But now she moves into a different system because she raised her hand. So she comes out of the lead generation system and she goes into the seller system. I'm about these systems, y'all. Because here's the thing. The system is allowing me to convert people while I'm here doing YouTube videos with you. You hear my phone going off? Those are texts going out. Those are emails going out. Those are voicemails going out systematically because I've already decided what I want to say in advance. I put everything already out there. It's already decided. When I run the Facebook ads, we have they call them smart plan or drip campaigns. If you're in real estate, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's basically a systematic, slow touch way of communicating with clients. They go right into it. I don't call them when I first initially get leads. I stop calling them. And when I say leads, just so we're clear, leads are just a name and a number. So not referrals, leads. I call my referrals. But when I get a lead, somebody that I do not know, I just have their name and number, they go into a system. And the system works them until they're ready. Some people go in the system and say, nope, I'm not interested. They still don't come out the system. The only way they get out the system, they got to opt out. Once you in, you in. Because we locked in. We go together we go together. So I'm not taking you out the system. You can take yourself out. When you opt out, it just puts you out of them. But I'm feeding that system every day. But guess what? I can only feed it because I took the time to set it up. Most people are not taking the time. Like that's how, like when I got into coaching, I'm like, what are you doing every day? Jessica said, don't be a wake up and wonder agent. Wake up and wonder what you're doing that day. I know what I'm doing every single day. Every single day. I know how many people I need to talk to. I know what conversations I'm having. My day is pretty much planned out the same way it was when I had a job. It was the same way. And here's the thing. The real estate is going to give you freedom from your time, freedom from a structure, but it takes time to get there. And in the beginning, the way that's going to get you there the quickest is to have structure and systems. You're never going to get the time freedom if you don't have structure and systems. I'm able to now take one day a week off because I have structure and systems. The systems and structure that I set up work when I'm not. That's what system does. It works when you're not. And when you look at the things that people have systematized in their business, that's how it's going to take you to the next level. But you're just not going to make $1 million without a system. I don't care what anybody says. You either need product or system. And even if you have a product, you got to have a system to sell it. So if you don't have systems for your business, this is just a high level overview. If you don't have a system for your business, you need a coach. You need somebody to help you develop a system. Then you need somebody to strategize on how to take those systems to the next level with you. Because here's the thing, you can have a system and it's going to go great for a while, and then you have to up it, right? Then that's going to go great for a while, then you have to up it. At each point, you're going to need some help strategizing to your next level. That's where coaching comes in. That's where the membership comes in. That's where being a part of a community comes in. But here's what you cannot do. You cannot get to a certain level of success without being strategic and systematic about how you grow your business. You need systems. You need to have a uniform customer experience that happens for everybody. And that's going to be the thing that sets you apart from every other agent. What separates me from every other agent, like I said, 3 years later, I'm still following up with people. And every quarter, the system alerts me to call them. So I call them every quarter. And usually at 3 years, they get used to me. I call them, they're like, hey, Cheesette, how you doing? I'm like, hey, how you doing? Just so you know I'm here. I know you're not ready to sell right now, but when you do get ready to sell, I'm here. The system alerts me of it. I don't have to think about it. I don't wake up every day saying, oh my God, who do I have to contact today? It's a system. It tells me. This person has a home anniversary today. This person's reached out 3 months ago and said they were going to be ready in 3 months. Call them. All that stuff is systematic, set up. And the next level of systems is automation. You can't get the automation without systems. Systems are going to be the first level of automation. In your business, first you want to develop a system, then you want to automate it. So we talk about all this in our CEO membership. Are you a part of the community though? Because if you're not getting all this good content. Click the link in the bio if you want to join.